There is still so much conversation in regards to Deadpool 3 and of course Wolverine joining the project. There was already enough hype for Deadpool 3 just introducing Deadpool into the MCU, but now that Wolverine is a factor, it's a whole other ballgame. So people are still debating whether this film is actually set in the MCU and whether Wolverine will actually be in the MCU. All the evidence says yes. It's a funny world and time we live in this year 2022 where actual sources and people working on the film telling you things officially is considered a rumor and a lie, but random people that are grifting online are considered fact. It's just crazy, but here we are. Again, I want to stress something in the simplest way possible when it comes to Deadpool 3 being in the MCU, and that's what the people working on the film have officially stated. From day one, they said it will be rated R. This is still a thing. That was followed up with them saying that Deadpool is coming to the MCU in the sequel, and that he would be a fish out of water in the MCU story. That still has not changed, and they reconfirmed that recently, stating that the plan is still the same, and as they get closer to production, it's not really changing. On top of that, when they added Hugh Jackman's Wolverine to the film, that he's an addition to the already in development plans that they had. Essentially, they're just adding him to what they were doing, which is taking Deadpool from the Foxmen, dropping him into the MCU, and then having him be in the MCU. So whatever more than half the film or just half the film is gonna have to do with the MCU, they're gonna be in the MCU. Wolverine and Deadpool both, and who knows who else. One could assume Domino, Colossus, Cable. I mean, the characters that have contracts that are left over, which clearly they're using for this film, it just kind of makes sense. And if you look at everything that they're doing with the MCU, with multiverses, incursions, and Secret Wars coming up, it's all kind of right here, right? So you can't really just have Deadpool be dropped into the MCU for half the film and abandon everything. That doesn't make sense. I mean, if you just look at everything they've stated, everything they've built up, and everything that they're hyping up, the point of this upcoming film will essentially be what everybody wanted. They're escaping the Foxmen universe and they're ending up in the MCU. What shenanigans follow, who really knows? I honestly would not be surprised, and this is just me guessing, if they start off with the old road trip idea. They're assembling a team and traveling from the East Coast to the West Coast, and somewhere in the middle an incursion happens and they don't realize it, and they end up in the MCU, and then it's like, what are we doing in San Francisco, and what San Francisco is this? Like, that could legitimately be funny, so you could play with it, and I think that's what they're gonna do. They're just gonna shift the old ideas, reuse them, reassemble them, add in Wolverine, you're now in the MCU, go at it.